What's up YouTube, it's your boy Greezy, and today we're going to be going over how to play IQ, a guide for you here in Rainbow Six Siege. So we're going to start again on this screen just so we can kind of go over loadouts, so you kind of understand which you can go from or what different guns she has. Because she's one of the ops in the game that has 3 different choices. So some of the new ones that were originally in the game when it first launched, that were like just the original operatives, no DLC packs or anything, they were the ones that came with, a lot of them have 3 different choices. And with IQ, they're actually all very viable guns. They're all extremely good. A lot of people, though, kind of stray away from the AUG just because it does take up so much of your screen when you're on ADS. It's a very bulky gun, you could say, when you're playing. But it is a great gun. Hits like a truck, 42 damage, does 720 fire rate. So it's no slouch, especially if you play Wamai on defense. If you've ever played him, he has the exact same gun. He just doesn't get the ACOG, but you can have the ACOG on the AUG. And it's a great gun. It just depends on how your playstyle is and different preferences. The next gun that's great, though, you'll see almost everybody playing, that usually was in Pro League and all that, is the Commando, the 5.52. And this is probably the iconic gun that everyone knows is IQ, because it's the gun that's just one of the best guns in the game. Hits 48 damage, 690 fire. This gun is going to drop anybody you're shooting at. So even if you don't have great aim at that time, or maybe you're just not hitting your headshots that game, or it's just a little rough, if you're hitting body shots anyway, you're still going to get that guy very quickly. 2 to 3 bullets, you're going to have them at least down, if not dead, depending on where you're hitting your shots. And then everyone probably knows now at this point the G8. This is the god tier gun right now from what they have going on in the game. Because it's LMG, they've given it LMG ammo as well, so you have like 300 bullets you carry around with you. It has 850 fire rate and 37 damage. So right now, this probably, even with the pros, anyone you talk to, this is probably going to be the gun they say is the best gun in the game right now. It's completely broken, because you can have LMG with hollow and an angled grip. So ADS is just as fast as any gun in the game. And you have very, very, very little recoil with this gun. So this gun's probably the gun most people are going to be picking when you play. It's either going to be the Commander or the G8 right now. And probably 90% of people you see are going to be pulling the G8, because this gun right now is just, it's unreal. It shreds people. 850 bullets downrange in a minute, and you have 37 damage per one that hits. So this one's going to be one you use probably 90% of the time. But if you like the one, I kind of go back and forth with what I'm doing, because I've always loved the Commando. This gun also has almost no recoil, very easy gun to control. But it kind of depends on how I'm feeling when I go back and forth. I have been using this one a lot, especially on Xbox and console, because it just shreds people. This gun, you have 51 bullets when you load up the gun, because you have 1 in the chamber, 50 in the drum, and it loads really quick. It's not like the other LMGs where you have to worry about feeding that belt in and getting that 10-second, it feels like, reload time. This reloads as fast as almost any gun. You just have to pulls it out, puts it in, slaps it down, and you're ready to go. So it kind of comes down to your play style. I'd say jump in T-Hunt, see which one you like, maybe the Phillimore out of the Commando and the G8. And then she just has the P12 just like Jaeger, Bandit, and Blitz. They're all part of the same like unit, you could say. I like having a suppression so I can take out gadgets or cameras and have it be somewhat discreet without them knowing where I'm coming from. Or if I'm trying to like shoot out different characters, I'll kind of go over that as well once you go over the guides so what you can see what you do. And then I go back and forth. You will normally bring breaching charges about 90% of the time. Some maps I'll bring the Claymore, like maybe on Coastline when I know they're going to be like rare right now, when they're going to be on the hookah bomb site, or just a map where I'm not really worried about, because we're probably going to have a buck or a sledge with us. So I'm not going to worry about trying to open up too many lines of sight. But most of the time I will bring these just so I can play vertically myself as well if I need to, or maybe my team doesn't bring that buck or sledge, or they don't go where they need to go. I just bring these just so I can have my own vertical play, create different angles myself. And it just comes down to preference for you as well. But we'll jump on the map of Coastline right here, and we'll kind of go over a guide for you and how you'd like to play when you play IQ. Some different things you can do, different things you see, and just kind of an overall guide for you to help you out when you get back into Rainbow Six yourself and jump into a ranked match. So we'll jump on the map and we'll go over it for you. Alright, so here we are on the map of Coastline, and we're going to start up on the roof just so you kind of need what you can do with her. So when you're playing IQ, especially when I load into a match, I almost always make sure I save both my drones as well. You want to kind of go about that, because when you play IQ, you're not really worried about trying to find bomb sites at this point either. Like, I really will tell my team some rounds, in some matches. Just keep your drone, take it out to your spawn, because we probably have an idea of where they're going to go, especially on like if you're playing coastline. The majority of the time you're going to know they're going to be going hookah first site, maybe kitchen. But also you can let your team know. So I tell them to take out the drones and we'll assume where they're going to go or think about where they can go. Then I can also let them know if they change. Because when you pull out your scanner's IQ, you'll be able to see where the bombs are. You'll see like cameras, so you'll be able to see the camera here. It lets you know where it is. And also when you play IQ, it gives you so much distance. So I believe with IQ you get like a 20 meter distance. We'll see exactly how far I can get away from it before it tells me I can't. Yeah, so I can get upwards of 20, you can go about 20 meters out, just a little over, maybe just at 20 meters of distance. So you can see anything 20 meters away. So that means from the roof right now where I'm at, I can see anybody all the way to the basement. Because if I go right over the top of this bomb, it's in the basement and it's 9 meters away. So you can see anybody up here. So I like to play IQ, especially on coastline, every round essentially that I can pick her. Because you can see that. So I can tell people where the bombs are. Also when you play, you want to see your job is, you can be an entry if you want to, or if you want to play in a 5-sec, you can pick him as like your flex roll depending on how you. But as a beginner, I like to play IQ and get up top for the first like minute of the round. So you can up there and you can relay information. So I can see, so say there's default cam still up. It's right here over here on this. Downstairs the default cam for where the hallway is going into sunrise or blue bar cam. I can say, oh yeah, the bombs downstairs, they're actually in bar. So say we maybe assume they're hookah, but actually they're in the bar side. They're double bar, sunrise and blue bar. Then I can go over and say, okay, they may be an ADS. You'll be able to see anything electronic. So ADSs of Jaeger. You can see the mute jammers. You'll be able to see lesion mines. You'll be able to see cap cans. You'll be able to see echo drones, black eye cams by Valk. You'll be able to see the Maestro cams, the evil eyes. You'll be able to see the cap can traps again. Anything electronic like Malusi, her banshees, you'll be able to see those. You'll also be able to see when Echo's on his drone. So when he pulls out his cam and he gets on his gadget, like so when you get on your cams, you open up your observation tool, you hit number 5 for PC, whatever you have it maybe changed to, or your cams on console. When he gets, you'll be able to see his little phone on his arm that he pulls out. So you can see that as his electronic device. You'll know where he is. You can get a nice little headbang. I can't tell you how many echoes I've killed or pulses I've killed when they've been using their gadget. And especially when it's pulse, it's funny because he can see your heartbeat. He knows where you're at. And how many times I've killed them with them using their gadget just by walking around and then shooting them out using this because you can see that. So you can see the Valkyrie when they're on the cam. Anybody that gets on the cams you can see. So Valkyrie, any operator, Echo, you'll be able to see Maestro. If he's sitting over in a random corner on his cameras, you'll be able to see pulse if he's running around with his cardiac sensor out to get a kill. And you can see all that just from the roof as well, especially on maps like this. You'll be able to see anything all the way down to the bottom floor. And then you can help your team kind of guide to know what's out. So if they're trying to maybe push from outside of that little closet area into the sunrise bar to get the plant down, you say, oh yeah, you have a lesion mine on your door, there's a cap can on your door, maybe there's an Ella Grismont mine up on the top of the door frame, so they know what they're looking for. You see if there's any echo drones maybe, or if you haven't banned echo, you'll be able to see where they're at, so you can let them know, oh yeah, it's up here on the ceiling over by the speaker between the sunrise bar, that little half art there. You can shoot it out. So you're just trying to get up here and then relay information to your team so you know where things are at. Then from there you can do your drone work. I like to drone a little bit as well around after. So about the first minute I'm upstairs, I gather where gadgets are, see what I can get to, maybe what I can get out. Or maybe if there isn't anybody roaming, like we have a drone down there, let's say it's clear, I'll jump down from underneath and I'll start taking out gadgets and maybe try to get maybe some kills from underneath just to help clear out the site. So say maybe they were playing actually in hookah, so I'm going to get underneath and say I see an ADS over by the window, I can shoot it out. Or maybe they have an ADS over here behind the aqua bar to protect somebody, I can get over here and shoot it out. So just kind of want to look around what you can take out, where you can get gadgets, just to help make your team have an easier push as well. So say maybe they have a lesion mine on the doorway, okay, I can get it and keep moving forward without them really knowing that I took it out. And that's also why I like to have it suppressed. So when I start taking out gadgets like that, or maybe I do take out a lesion mine, they're not quite sure where the shot came from, or they're not sure what was going on. So it helps just to give yourself that little bit more of an edge. It's kind of preference. Maybe it doesn't work like I think it does. It's maybe something in my head, but I like to use it just all the same. And if you're an IQ and maybe you hit a lesion mine, I'm gonna be really mad at you if you're hitting lesion mines unless you're in like a clutch 1v1, 1v2 or 3, and they're around the site you run into them. But you should be taking out anything that you can get that's not really on site or near it. So like say they have a lesion mine on the goo mine on the stairs, take it out before you have to worry about moving up. That way you're not worried about running in. You start coming up and you're getting ready for the kill, then you hit it, and then you're like, oh shit, what do I do? Do I come back, try and pull it out? Do I try to push up with letting him know that I'm there at this point? It just helps you to make sure you can give yourself the best advantage as well when you're trying to push. But also does help so you can see through floors. You can shoot anything through soft floors as well, because it is a soft floor, so you can be able to see it. So if you take out ADSs, take out the Grismont mines, lesions, or to say maybe they have an Echo sitting over here behind the hookah bar that's oblivious to knowing there's an IQ, or he's just trying to sit on his drones to get rid of the plant. Go ahead and get that quick headshot. Get a kill for yourself. Get the freebies. Those are always freebies. You get an Echo that's sitting on his drones. If you get a Valkyrie sitting on cameras, just try and take those freebies as often as you can, because it'll always help you out to give yourself that edge for the round and try to get that win, move up in rank. That's kind of the guide I have for you with IQ. If you have anything maybe you do differently with IQ as well, maybe like one of the guns, let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear feedback and have conversations about what guns you like to use. Let me know down below. Or if you have any maybe maps you want me to go over to show you different angles you can create and be able to see, like if you're on Consulate, you can go to the 3rd floor and you can punch a hole in that soft floor. So like say you're on the 3rd floor and you're trying to take out something down below that's in garage, if they have it, you can punch a hole and then you'll be able to show the penetration's going to work for you, and you can keep going from there. But let me know down in the comments below anything maybe you do differently with IQ, your preference on guns, how you like to play your favorite map to play IQ is always nice to know. So my map's got to be either Consulate, Coastline, or Cafe. Those are my favorite maps. I love to bring IQ on those maps because of all the gadgets. They're always heavy gadget maps. So you'll be able to see a lot of stuff, get a lot of points, be able to shoot some things out. And it's always nice to have that as you go. But keep it down. Till next time, boys, we'll keep it easy, keep it breezy. It's your boy Greezy. I'm out.